And yet, when somebody makes a statement that the labels of
Atiku Issa, the factional president of the National Association. Atiku Issa, the factional president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, who accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, of kidnapping and torturing him over his refusal to accept a 100 million naira bribe to support President Tinubu, has now released a statement on Facebook apologizing to Seyi Tinubu. He stated that he was misled by Ladoja Olushola into believing that the president's son was responsible for orchestrating the attacks against him. Issa made the damaging statements on April 30th during a press conference in Abuja, saying that the Minister of Youth Development had offered him the 100 million naira bribe and that he was subsequently attacked and abducted. His apology to Seyi Tinubu on Facebook has been met with reactions. Well, let me read a part of his post before I take this comment. Well, Issa wrote on Facebook, allegedly, that it has become imperative to note that the offer of 100 million naira, which was alleged was made to me to support President Tinubu, was clearly untrue, as Ladoja Olushola, who was desperate to get me out of my legitimate position as the duly elected president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, fed me the lies and half-truths for the sole purpose of achieving his selfish agenda of taking over the reins of the student body through the back doors. It was also Ladoja Olushola who warned me that Mr. Seyi Tinubu could order my killing and thereafter instruct the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, to bury the matter. I also stated, among other things, that Seyi Tinubu led thugs to the venue of my inauguration. This was very untrue. I made these claims owing to the picture of Seyi Tinubu painted to me by Ladoja Olushola, who swore to me that Seyi was doing everything to ensure I am not alive to serve my tenure as Nans president. In fact, I later found out that Mr. Seyi was nowhere near the venue. And this is supposed to be coming from Comrade Atiku Issa on Facebook. Rufai, when I read the statement, I said the statement is incomplete. He did not explain to me as to us as to who actually ordered the beating. Who beat him up? I mean, we need more, from him if, he actually put out the statement. We have covered the story at length. But, we got a statement, I believe, from, the Nans group. And if I can read that statement, it wrote, despite the recent public outcry about the abduction of Comrade Atiku Issa Abubakar and the disruption of the inauguration of Nans executives at Wells Carton Hotel, Asokoro, Abuja, Comrade Issa Atiku Abubakar has not been seen in public. He has been detained in the hospital and all his means of communication has been confiscated by the Department of State Services, DSS, as I speak with you now. He is still convalescing. I want the general public to disregard any statement of apology purportedly emanating from him, as this is coming from a coerced and subjugated comrade. We will provide updates about the incidents as the events unfold, and we want to implore all Nigerians to speak up at this precarious period of repression. And this statement is from Orowole Eniola Awoyemi, and he is the Nans PRO. Dr. Bati, are you laughing at my English? I did it well, didn't I? My Yoruba. I'm doing well. I can't be sitting with two Ogun. Yes, exactly. Two Ogun greats and not be able to speak Yoruba. But this is really a sad incident, Rufai. We're getting these two reports now, one from the PRO, and then we're getting a Facebook post, not a video, not a comment, not a voice note from Issa.
So a couple of things. I mean, it speaks for itself. A man has been bruised. He's in hospital recovering. He put out this message. He said all his phones were with DSS and all of that. All of a sudden, you see a message from him saying otherwise. Then who beat him in the first place?
Who beat him?
So
that's
today,
my own. Who beats this man?
We begged Carlton Wells here to please show us the CCTV footage. Let's have a full CCTV footage. We've not been able to see anything for that. I called for, when I was making my, my depositions here, a full independent investigation without the police, without the DSS. Because when you say the DSS are taking this up and all of that, they are already part of this case. I want something devoid of them. I know there are security agencies, but something devoid of them. And now you're seeing a quick rebuttal that, hey, this intimidation, somebody could write something through the page, except we have a full-on deposition from the man that was beating himself. I will not believe any apology that was written. You see, it just shows high-handedness in this country. We must be able to get to the end of the matter. And why is Nans featuring prominently in the affairs of politics? That shows that Nigeria is already being bastardized. If you're supposed to be a student union to fight for the rights of bodies, see, if politicians want to do politics in the university level, they should set up APC youth wing in universities, like they do in other parts. They should set up PDP youth wing in universities. So the Conservative Party in England has a youth wing in Oxford. Most of the people that eventually become prime ministers, they were members of the Conservative Party from university days. Let us leave independent associations away from politics, because all of this is connected to 2027. So except we have an independently verified case here, apart from the security agencies, they will not move further. But it is sad that now we have brought this heinous politics and dirty policy we play into Nans and student affairs.
Unnecessary.
That's just it.
Well, we want to know who beats Comrade Issa. That really is what it is. And we want to see him in public.
I am now bona fide son of the soil. One of your sons, I say your own son, maybe my friend and your governor, Charles Soludo, should find me a plot of land for my retirement home. You don't have to move me from the villa for only 1 week. Give me a permanent abode. I'll say, it is well with Anambra. It is well with Nigeria. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. May our fighting men and women see victory. We will counter insurgency. We will defeat them. I assure you, this country is blessed. Anambra is part of it. Anambra is rising, and we will rise together.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum. Habemus papam. Eminentissimum, ac reverendissimum Dominum, Dominum Robertum Franciscum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae, Cardinalem Prevost, qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem 14.
Finally, supporters of activist Martins O'Shea, also known as Very Dark Man, are celebrating after the activist was released from the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission after being held for 5 days. The EFCC said VDM was arrested due to multiple petitions alleging financial crimes and that he had previously failed to honor invitations for questioning. Well, here's the moment. Some protesters who took to the streets to demand for his release heard that he had been released. Let's take a look. Well, all right. Good news there for the supporters of VDM. They're called the Rattels, just so you know. Did you know that? Yeah.
I learned this yesterday.
You learned it yesterday. They're called the Rattels.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that, the EFCC has listened and, they have released him, and we'll follow up on the story. And, yesterday we were having that conversation about how, horrible it is for the EFCC to have detained him without releasing the statement. They released him at this moment. Your
Yes.
comment.
I think one of the major things that sticks out to me is sort of the culture of catch and release that we've developed. And so because of that, I'll say I think it's very important for us to be able to see this case reach its logical end.
Absolutely.
Because whether it be VDM or any other personality, there are so many cases sort of lingering in the EFCC where we see that people are arrested, they're detained and so forth, they're questioned, and then we never hear about it again, or it resurfaces much later. So the catch and release, for me, I would urge the EFCC, please, continue to carry us along in these cases and in your investigations so that it doesn't seem as though you catch people and then, okay, once they are released, their docket just stays in a corner somewhere. Then the other thing is that, so he's released on, his lawyer says there's no conditions to his bail. However, his car and his phone are still with the EFCC. And they also made special mention to Femi Falana-San and said despite all that has happened between them in the past, he's said to have also made some appeals to EFCC as well. So I think that was very magnanimous of him. And last but not least, Deji Adeyanju made a comment because, there was conversation around the fact that this felt like a red herring. It felt like a distraction to just take Nigerian youth's attention away from the issues that matter and keep them busy with something. Well, the lawyer has come out to say that, well, that's not the case. Anyway, he's out now, so those who want to save Nigeria should go on and do so. But I think you can't blame people for also having these sentiments because sometimes we've seen all sorts over the past few years. But, happy he's home.
You wanted to make a comment.
You see, the truth has to be said. I think we need to drum it into some people's heads. This matter is not about VDM.
No, it really hasn't been.
It's about the high-handedness in Nigeria that all of us can be a victim to one day. My boss that I cherish so much, Prince Oluka Obaegbana, will always tell the story of Frank Omenka.
Yeah.
When Omenka was riding road shoulder everywhere, he had the power then. Was jailing a lot of media people. But when Omenka needed help, that system that supported Omenka to commit atrocities, that system came for Omenka.
All right.
Pretty much reminds me of Father Nemola. First they came. For some people, I didn't speak up for them. When it was time to speak, when they came for me, nobody was left to speak up. And that's why I salute Femi Falana. Yeah. He did what a lot of people cannot do. Speak up.
All right.
Just say it the way it is. Right. Until date, we are still waiting on the EFCC to please bring out those charges because we want accountability across board.
Yes.
A lot of people claim he said there's corruption in the EFCC. Yesterday, I posted a picture. As at the days of Magu said that there are bad eggs in the EFCC. Yeah. They've always made allegations of bad eggs here and there. What we are saying is, EFCC, please detail whatever you have on him, what the petitioners wrote. Let us juxtapose what is available. What we are just saying is, whatever the petitioners wrote, did it warrant you to come and gestaporically take somebody away that way? Because what will happen is that one of a sudden, they will just come and pick somebody. Maybe we will be live for the studio, they will just come pick somebody.
Oh,
No. You're saying,
well, Rufai, like you said,
you're saying God forbid.
Like you said yesterday.
God forbid.
Like you said
Who
yesterday.
will have thought that in a democracy this will be happening?
Well,
don't say God forbid. Speak against evil. Fight it.
It's been going on.
Fight it.
Well, like
it's
you said
even
yesterday, that the current EFCC chairman did say that there are bad eggs within the EFCC as well. But you know, like you said, they seized VDM's phone. We are waiting for content. We are waiting to hear what really happened. What happened to him in the EFCC custody? What he did? We're waiting for the charges from the EFCC. Well, kudos to Femi Falana as well, and great that VDM is back.
La pace sia con tutti voi. Fratelli, sorelle carissimi, questo è il primo saluto del Cristo risorto, il buon pastore che ha dato la vita per il gregge di Dio. Anch'io vorrei che questo saluto di pace entrasse nel vostro cuore, raggiungesse le vostre famiglie, a tutte le persone, ovunque siano, a tutti i popoli, a tutta la terra. La pace sia con voi. Questa è la pace di Cristo risorto, una pace disarmata e una pace disarmante, umile e perseverante. Proviene da Dio, Dio che ci ama a tutti incondizionalmente. Ancora conserviamo nei nostri orecchi quella voce debole ma sempre coraggiosa di Papa Francesco che benediva Roma. Il Papa che benediva Roma dava la sua benedizione al mondo intero, quella mattina del giorno di Pasqua. Consentitemi di dar seguito a quella stessa benedizione. Dio ci vuole bene, Dio vi ama tutti e il male non prevarrà. Siamo tutti nelle mani di Dio. Pertanto, senza paura, uniti, mano nella mano con Dio e tra di noi, andiamo avanti. Siamo discepoli di Cristo. Cristo ci precede. Il mondo ha bisogno della sua luce. L'umanità necessita di Lui come il ponte per essere raggiunta da Dio e dal suo amore. Aiutateci anche voi, poi gli uni gli altri, a costruire i ponti con il dialogo, con l'incontro, unendoci tutti per essere un solo popolo, sempre in pace. Grazie a Papa Francesco. Voglio ringraziare anche tutti i confratelli cardinali che hanno scelto me per essere successore di Pietro e camminare insieme a voi come Chiesa unita, cercando sempre la pace, la giustizia, cercando sempre lavorare come uomini e donne. Con voi sono cristiano e per voi vescovo. E in questo per essere missionari. Sono un figlio di Sant'Agostino, agostiniano, che ha detto: con voi sono cristiano e per voi vescovo. In questo senso possiamo tutti camminare insieme verso quella patria la quale Dio ci ha preparato. Alla Chiesa di Roma un saluto speciale. Dobbiamo cercare insieme a todos aquellos, y en modo particular a mi querida diócesis de Chiclayo en el Perú, donde un pueblo fiel ha acompañado a su obispo, ha compartido su fe y ha dado tanto para seguir siendo Iglesia fiel di Jesucristo. A tutti voi, fratelli e sorelle di Roma, d'Italia, di tutto il mondo, vogliamo essere una Chiesa sinodale, una Chiesa che cammina, una Chiesa che cerca sempre la pace, cerca sempre la carità, cerca sempre di essere vicino specialmente a coloro che soffrono. Oggi, il giorno della supplica alla Madonna di Pompei. Nostra Madre Maria vuole sempre camminare con noi, stare vicino, aiutarci con la sua intercessione e il suo amore. Allora vorrei pregare insieme a voi. Preghiamo insieme per questa nuova missione, però per tutta la Chiesa, per la pace nel mondo, e chiediamo questa grazia speciale di Maria, nostra Madre. Ave Maria, piena di grazia, il Signore è con te. Tu sei benedetta fra le donne, e benedetto è il frutto del tuo seno, Gesù. Santa Maria, Madre di Dio, prega per noi peccatori, adesso e nell'ora della nostra morte. Amen.
Il Santo Padre Leone, a tutti i fedeli presenti e a quelli che ricevono la sua benedizione a mezzo della radio, della televisione e delle altre tecnologie di comunicazione, concede l'indulgenza plenaria nella forma stabilita dalla Chiesa. Preghiamo Dio Onnipotente perché conservi a lungo il Papa a guida della Chiesa e conceda pace e unità alla Chiesa in tutto il mondo.
Sancti Apostoli Petrus et Paulus, de quorum potestate et auctoritate confidimus, ipsi intercedant pro nobis ad Dominum. Amen. Precibus et meritis Beate Mariae semper Virginis, Beati Michaelis Arcangeli, Beati Ioannis Baptiste, et Sanctorum Apostolorum Petri et Pauli et omnium Sanctorum, misereatur vestri omnipotens Deus, et dimissis omnibus peccatis vestris, perducat vos Iesus Christus ad vitam aeternam.
Amen.
Indulgentiam, absolutionem et remissionem omnium peccatorum vestrorum, spatium vere et fructuose penitentiae, cor semper penitens, et emendationem vitae, gratiam et consolationem Sancti Spiritus, et finalem perseverantiam in bonis operibus tribuat vobis omnipotens et misericors Dominus. Amen. Et benedictio Dei omnipotentis, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti descendat super vos et maniat semper. Amen.